Tonight on Q Weekly, we pay a visit to the Melbourne Gay and Lesbian Chorus and Rehearsal to whet our appetite until their upcoming show. We chat to GP Dr. Ruth McNair about gay parenting and the upcoming Rainbow Family Conference. But right now it's over to Michael King at the news desk for all the latest Q News.
Welcome to Q Weekly News this week. I read with some sadness that the Star Hotel in Collingwood is up for auction this week, in fact. Operating now for some 6 years, the Star has been home to the popular Boot Scooting, Lotus and King Vic nights. My favourite at the King Vic night, of course, being Trevor Forever, who you can see on an upcoming Q Weekly episode of Fruitbox. The big news this week, of course, is the resignation of Fred Nile from the Uniting Church. This followed the decision of the National Assembly to allow openly gay and lesbian people to serve as ministers in the church. The Rainbow Families Conference will be held on August 9 at the Northcote Town Hall. The conference will be an opportunity for lesbian and gay parents, kids in gay families, care providers, lawyers and researchers to hear about the latest information on queer families. That's August 9 at the Northcote Town Hall. Joy Melbourne is offering a certificate, 1 or 2, in broadcasting to young people as part of the Generation Next Pathways to Understanding and Acceptance project. In 2002, the Foundation for Young Australians awarded Joy Melbourne a grant of just over $100,000 to assist with the project. Courses are open to young people between 16 and 25. Contact Joy Melbourne on 9699 2949. The Melbourne Metropolitan Community Church are holding a wine tasting and buying night down at old Warren and Derrick's place, Outlook Cafe, 155 Commercial Road, South Yarra, next Saturday, the 2nd of August from 7 p.m. So pop along and support the Melbourne Metropolitan Community Church. Little bit of something on the international front. Lumberjacks can marry. Yes, the second province in Canada, the one of Colombia to be specific, have legalised same-sex marriage. And on the other side of the world, the Saudi Arabian government has lifted its blocks on gaymiddleeast.com, a website for gay and lesbian Arabs. The site's manager said that the Saudi government may have acted to avoid a publicity scandal in the United States, where it is currently investing millions of dollars in a campaign to improve the country's image. Volunteers are needed. Victorian AIDS Council, or aka Gay Men's Health Centre, need volunteers for its outreach project, which works to support the health, safety and rights of men at beats, sex clubs, online and other places where men meet to arrange sex. You can call them on 9865 6700 or contact them at outreach@vicaids.asn.au. Panel making. The AIDS Vigil is coming up, I think it's November the 23rd, and the Quilt Project are inviting you to make a memorial panel. All workshop space, materials and expertise is provided, so please consider it and contact them on 9826 1954. Minus 18, the group for underage GLIBT community members. For information on upcoming events, contact them at info@minus18.org, that's minus18.org, or call 9827 9262. The Nixon Dinner, Police Commissioner Christine Nixon will speak at a Globe dinner on October the 17th. You can contact Globe on 9827 4999 or globe@gaybusiness.com.au. The Melbourne Leather Festival is also coming up. It's just around the corner actually, and it's being held from August 29 to September the 1st. There are a range of events including BDSM and leather fashion. Contact melbourneleatherfestival.org. Vintage Men, a supporter of Q Weekly, is a social group for mature gay, bisexual men and their admirers. Many services and activities, weekly lunches, etc. And you can contact them on 9776 8677. If you have a community event or an announcement that you'd like to see here on Q Weekly, you can contact benttv@yahoo.com.au and drop us a line and we'll attempt to put it to air. Don't forget also to subscribe to Bent TV to help keep us on air.
It's only $30 a year for a full subscription or $25 for concession. You can contact us at PO Box 6256 St Kilda Road Central, Melbourne 8008 or benttv@bigpond.com.au. And as a bit of an incentive, we're running a competition at the moment. You can win a dinner, bed and breakfast package staying at Bayview on the park opposite Albert Park Lake. The value is over $230 and that's just a bit of an incentive to help you subscribe to Bent TV, Q Weekly and help keep the GLIBT community on the air.
Welcome to another instalment of Vox Pops, and today's issue is legalisation of marriages, gay marriages in Canada, and if there's time, the ordination of gay people in the Uniting Church.
I think it's probably about time. I don't see what the issue is with the gay people getting married.
My main concern would be that marriage then becomes regarded as the as the benchmark of a good relationship, and so I would be concerned about a tyranny of marriage in that sense.
So I think really it comes down to personal opinion of the people who can pass the law. So they need to look at why it is they're feeling personally prejudiced against gay marriage and work towards getting rid of that prejudice.
Gay marriage, it's more about, I think, having rights as a couple. For instance, in a hospital situation, when it comes to a death of a partner, I think that I'm more concerned that there are those rights available for those people who have been in a lasting partnership. Whether it comes to there being an actual marriage ceremony available or not is not my main concern, but I'm more concerned about there being the rights for a gay couple.
Vare, and you're watching Q Weekly. Tonight I have with me Dr. Ruth McNair from the Fertility Access Rights Lobby. Hello Ruth, how are you?
Good.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a GP. I see a lot of lesbian clients now, so I guess that's partly my interest in getting involved in the fire lobby. So I'm seeing lots of women who want to get pregnant.
Oh, fantastic. So how did the Fertility Access Rights Lobby start?
We started in about 99, during a time when increasing numbers of women were trying to get access to donor insemination in Victoria, and we realised that we needed an organised group to try and lobby for government change.
Okay, because there's been a large surgence in that sort of...
Yeah, there has, and we're still working on it.
Okay, and what has the lobby been up to recently?
Well, we've been working with and very interested in the Law Reform Commission agenda, which is to look at law reform around access to donor insemination and adoption for gay women and gay men. Yeah. And we're also running a conference in a few weeks.
The conference, and tell me about the conference. What's it called? Where's it happening?
Rainbow Families.
Yes.
It's happening in Northcote Town Hall. And it's a one-day event, really to give people as much information as they can gather in one day. We're hearing from the Law Reform Commission, Marcia Neve, who chairs that group, about what she's intending to do with the reforms, and also from lots of people who have been parents, who are intending to be parents, about how they intend to get pregnant, about child issues, about dealing with schools, a whole range of stuff.
Oh, okay. And the conference, when's it on?
It's on the 9th of August, which is Saturday. We've kept the rates really low due to some great sponsorship from the Royal Women's Hospital, and we're hoping for a good turnout. Okay,
and when's it on at?
It's Saturday the 9th of August.
Yeah, but whereabouts is it being
Northcote Town Hall.
Northcote Town Hall, that's right. We just want to push that a little bit, make sure everyone hears that.
Yeah.
So what other things are coming up with the Fertility Access Rights Lobby or FAR Lobby?
Yeah, well, we've actually recently joined the Victorian Gay and Lesbian Rights Lobby. So I think that's a strength because we can work together with the VGLRL on pushing our agenda. And we're also broadening our focus from not just women's issues but also looking at gay men and enabling them to get more access to things like fostering, even adoption down the track.
Okay.
And some more support for being donors.
Okay. And of course there's some political changes in the wind and that sort of stuff. And how's that helping you these days?
Well, it does help because states like WA and recently Tasmania have reformed their laws and opened up access for donor insemination and, in a sense, adoption in Tasmania. So that's a really useful precedent. We can say, well, hang on, Victoria, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're way behind some of the other states.
Yes, no more going off to Albury then.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a very steady track to Albury at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sure there has been. Don't forget to contact them again on the email if you wish to register at rainbowfamilies2003, all one word, at yahoo.com. So thank you again, Ruth. Thanks for joining us. Good luck with the conference that's coming up on the 9th of August.
Thanks.
And thank you for watching Q Weekly. Stay tuned for something more to come up.
If you'd like more information on the work of the FAR Lobby or on the upcoming Rainbow Families Conference, please email rainbowfamilies2003 at yahoo.com. That's rainbowfamilies2003, all one word, at yahoo.com. Or go to the website of the Victorian Gay and Lesbian Rights Lobby at www.vicnet.net.au/VGLRL.
If, let's say, hypothetically, you were to get married yourself, or you wanted to get married with someone, and would you actually go to Canada and actually try and get it legally, ratified, so to speak?
I wouldn't feel the need to go to Canada to do that. I would push for a legalisation of marriage in Australia. I wouldn't take off to another country just because it's legal there. That to me would be a bit of a gutless step. I would fight for the right to be married in Australia rather than taking off somewhere else.
Last week, they've allowed the ordination of gay people in the Uniting Church. Do you have any opinion about that?
Yes, I think it's a good idea because quite a few of the clergy are gay anyway, so why not make it official and why hide it?
If you are committing to a certain project or are passionate about something, sexual orientation shouldn't play a part in that. So, and I think gay people, homosexual people as well, I separate between the two, do have a lot to offer in that way. So, I don't think that, I think what Jesus was teaching, if you go back to the original, the birth of religion, wasn't actually excluding homosexuals or gay people. He really embraced it. So it's only the Catholic Church and whatnot that's changed that through the passing of time. So if we get back to our roots, we can certainly accept the fact that gay people are more than welcome in the church.
Well, thank you very much for your point of view. It was very, very treasured and very valuable. Thank you.
Welcome. Thanks very much. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
And we're here outside Ruskin Hall tonight at the Melbourne Conservatorium of Music. We're here to visit a very much loved group in our community. They've been on our show before and it's always a great pleasure to have them back. Let's go in and meet them, shall we? Come on. Yes, in case you hadn't guessed already, it is the Melbourne Gay and Lesbian Chorus, and I'm very pleased to welcome Philip and Heather to Q Weekly. Hi guys.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to have you with us on the new improved Q Weekly. Just in lead up to your new show, I thought we'd just find out a little bit more about the chorus and how long you've been around and what have you. How long has the chorus been around now?
We started in 1990, so we're in our 13th year now.
Unlucky for some.
Ooh, not for us.
I hope not.
No, it started off as All Sounds back in 1990, and after a few years the members decided that they'd like to come out of the closet, so to speak, and they renamed us the Melbourne Gay Lesbian Chorus.
Fabulous, and the rest is history. Are you both old hands at the chorus yourself? You've been around since the early days, Heather?
Well, certainly since 1994, so almost 9 years. Wow. That's a long time.
Well, if you're having fun, probably seems not very long at all, yeah?
Well, yeah, look, it's absolutely fantastic being in the chorus. It's great fun.
So, in terms of the musical terms, what are you? Are you a tenor or a... What are you?
I'm a first tenor.
First tenor.
And
well, you can tell by the voice. No, I'm actually a second soprano.
Second soprano. Okay, fantastic. How many members are in the chorus currently?
We're currently travelling at around about 60, and it fluctuates a little bit from time to time.
60. Okay. You always after new recruits, as it were?
Yeah, we're always on the lookout for new members. We don't have a ceiling for the number in the choir. We get quite a big response from our newspaper ads. People visit the website, that sort of thing, and we have probably about 2 intakes a year, so yeah.
So a couple of auditions a year?
Yes, and the next intake is actually on the 13th of August.
Have you? I believe the chorus has travelled overseas on several occasions. Have you guys been on that?
Yes, we both went to the Gay Games. We did a tour to Europe. The Gay Games were in Amsterdam in 1998, and we incorporated a number of other cities along the way, Frankfurt, Freiburg and Vienna, and the route to Amsterdam. So we had a fantastic time.
Absolute ball. Wonderful experience, and God, they loved us.
Sure, what's not to love? I mean, any amusing stories or from your European travels?
Some private stories, I think, for some members.
Not for this forum, hey? So how many shows? You've got a show coming up in the Mood, which we'll talk about in just a moment. On average, how many shows do you do in a year?
We do about 2 major shows per year, but interspersed with that, we do a lot of community work. So. We also get invited to perform at various functions, so it can get quite hectic throughout the year, but 2 major performances of our own.
You do have 2 CDs out now, is that right?
3.
Oh, I'm out of date. Sorry, 3. Are these of a specific, from a specific show or specific genres, or are they just general?
No, the first one that we did was called Kaleidoscope, and it was just a compilation of a lot of the favourites that we'd done over a period of time. Then the next one we did was In Flight, which was to tie in with our trip to the Gay Games in 1998. It was themed along the lines of the stuff that we were taking to Europe, so that was good. And more recently, last year, we did a CD called Walk On By, which is all of the Burt Bacharach hits.
So the show coming up in the Mood, coming up in August, yes? What can we hope to hear?
Oh, just so many fantastic songs. I think some of my favourites are Ain't Misbehaving, which I think is great. And I've been really excited about singing that one. In the Mood, I Got Rhythm.
Sure you have. You have to. It's a must. No, it's on. I've got my info here. August 2nd and 3rd. 8 o'clock on the 2nd and 5 o'clock on the 3rd.
That's at Paran Town Hall. That's on the corner of Chapel Street and Greville Street. And tickets are available from Ticketek on 132849. And we've got a variety of price ranges there, and people can either visit the Ticketek website or our own website, which is www.mglc.org.au. We hope to see as many people there as possible.